Brick today in Chicago. It's 15 degrees, feels like 4 degrees, which is insane. As you saw in like the intro of this video, I've just been editing, grinding a lot of short form because one of my TikToks, the short that I made, did very well. It's had 920K views in 2 days. And last video I did talk about that views and followers, I shouldn't focus on that because it's out of my control. But that is one of the biggest struggles of trying to do this full time because it's out of my control, but that shit matters like a lot. And the dopamine hit of something like that, this is my most viewed short ever on any platform. The dopamine hit is pretty crazy, just seeing like the numbers go up and follower count going up, but trying not to focus on that and just like grind out more content. And in this video, we're gonna do the 10K Q&A. I appreciate everyone who actually wrote me a question on Instagram. That's where I did it, so follow me on there for the next Q&A. I think I like doing these. So the first question I'll be answering is, how do you manage your time between doing YouTube, part-time work, and fitness coaching? I don't know if I'm the best person for time management to give advice on that, but personally for me, I just write it on my notes app very simply, things I need to do in terms of priorities, and it'll just be simple bullet points like, okay, I need to upload videos for my fitness coaching app, I need to check in with my clients, or I need to upload a short for my part-time work. The only thing that is really structured currently in my life is that I go in on Mondays and Thursdays to ship out the eBay package for my friend and then create short form content for him. What works best for me is after I write the list of priorities, doing the tasks that are very quick and simple that take less than 15 minutes of my brain time just to build momentum on whatever tougher tasks I need to do. This might be a contrary opinion because some people always preach and say to do like the hardest thing first, get that out the way. But for me, I like to build momentum and then I do the things that take the least amount of time and then build up to the big one. I'm gonna drive to work and then stop at Chipotle for lunch, which is where I'll be answering the next question. All right guys, I am here at Chipotle. We made it. Took about 35 minutes. And we got this insane burrito bowl with tortilla, double chicken, double black beans for 100 grams of protein. I was craving this, plus I wanted to make a short on it. The next question I have is, would you ever do a triathlon or a marathon? Personally, I'm not interested in either, and your boy can't actually swim, so triathlon is out of the picture. But half a marathon, I'll consider doing maybe in 2025. And then full-length marathon, I don't know about that one. Super impressive. I love your videos. Don't stop. Thank you so much. I'll try to keep going and make the videos better. I swear, wrapping burritos is always an art. I'm starving, so this will do. I love this Chipotle. They give me the best portions and the bathroom's really clean, which is always a plus at any restaurant. So we're gonna actually do another question in the bathroom before we head out. Also, it's not busy in here, so there's no one, waiting for the bathroom. Juggling unpredictability of life with fitness. You gotta remember that, sure, there's slow times in your life. You're doing nothing and your main priority could just be going to the gym and lifting and progressing in that. But then other times, and most times in life is very busy. You got work, you got your family, you got girlfriend, boyfriend, friendships to deal with, whatever it may be. So learning how to actually make fitness sustainable and fit into your lifestyle is the ultimate goal that I try to preach in like my content and with my coaching with clients. Like, sure, you could work with me for 4 months. Like that's normally the duration and length of the program. And then afterwards, the main thing I want you to take away from it is incorporate it into your life. So it's sustainable when you're super busy. 1 to 2 times a week is better than none. I'll always preach and live by that. I just wrapped up boxing class. I'm about to head in for my second workout. I'm about to hit arms, but another question I had that someone asked was, how do you deal with uncertainty, anxiety about your future? This one I feel on a daily basis, especially this year after quitting such a stable, consistent, decent paying 9-to-5 job. The biggest lesson I learned to overcome this year is when you feel like this, do more. Just add more things into your life instead of not doing anything, laying in bed, doom scrolling, procrastinating, thinking about what the next move is or which move is the right move. Don't even plan and just act. act on like whatever your mind thinks you should do. And somehow doing this like just gives me momentum to keep going, and the anxiety and uncertainty goes away because you know you're making like the right steps to the future you want. So that's what I would have to say to that question. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go hit arms, but I'm not gonna record because I want to focus on my workout. We're just gonna roll a clip from earlier this week that I recorded of me and my friend Nathan working out, hitting shoulders. Let's go.
What you planning to do? Stop! Stop now! Come back! I love you!
Liar!
I was just calling to check on you because I was thinking of you, and I wanted to make sure that you're doing okay.
It's the next day. I'm here with my friend Tyler. We've been editing for like an hour and a half. And I think it relates to the next question. How do I maintain motivation to continue to film, edit, and upload? This relates to like discipline and how bad you truly want it, right? For me, with the gym being like a huge part of my life for the past 9 years, you see progress, and same thing with like editing, filming, and uploading. You start just having fun with it as you improve. Also, the upside from whatever I'm doing, like this thing, for my future, that gives me a lot of motivation to keep going. But I'm not gonna lie, like multiple times throughout the year, I legit wanted to break this Mac Mini and my keyboard editing because it's just not coming out like the way I wanted to. Another huge thing is I made that quitting video and said publicly I would do this. So just sticking to my word, I know it'll pay off, and like I'll feel good about myself. Reading like positive comments and saying my videos resonate and the content helps you out also really just makes me want to keep going. Okay, next question is going to be biggest tips to chasing your dream when you feel like you're stuck. So aside from the answer on just doing more and taking more initiative from the previous question, I would say to put yourself in a very uncomfortable position. So some of these might be really tough to hear and actually implement into your life, but these things include changing your surroundings, whether it be replacing your group of friends that you've been friends for 10 plus years since childhood and you just feel very safe and comfortable with them. But if they're not ambitious like you and you have these big aspirations and dreams, then you need to really ask yourself like the hard question of like, is this who I want to surround myself with? Even though there's years of memories together, like you could still be friends, but maybe that shouldn't be like your core group of friends. And you've probably heard this, but you become like the average of the 5 closest people you have in your life. This also includes like family. I still have not told my dad that I quit my 9-to-5 job and that I actually have a YouTube channel where I do YouTube full-time and then coaching. Like, he doesn't know any of that because unfortunately I don't think me telling him is going to be any beneficial towards my growth or success at this current moment, because he's my dad. Whatever he says and his words is going to have a lot more weight and effect on my brain of like if I'm doing the right thing. So sometimes even, you know, distancing yourself from family is like an uncomfortable position you have to put yourself through. And then other aspects include if you're in a toxic relationship and you know but you're scared to leave, you should probably get out of it. It's just delaying the process and putting a band-aid on a wound that's too deep to recover. Other aspects include environment, whatever city or town you live in or are from. If you've been there your whole life and you feel just stuck there, like it's a hellhole that you can't get out of, you know you can. You just gotta pack your stuff and move. This question is exactly how I felt like almost every single year when I had these big aspirations and dreams, but I felt very stuck until I took that crazy leap of faith to quit my job, to all in on myself and pursue YouTube and then eventually coaching, which now looking back on this year, I've made many steps towards my dream life and the goals, big goals I've had for myself for years. Long story short, cut things out that's subtracting from your life and then just, you know, put yourself out there. So So the next question is going to be, if I could go back to 18 years old, what is one piece of advice that I would tell myself? For this, I would say, be more yourself, even at the risk of not being liked by others. When I was younger, I for sure wanted to do so many things and be more of myself, but because I cared way too much about like how people thought, I would kind of mold and fit into society's standards. And I do think that is like one of my strengths, to be able to blend in like a chameleon. And there's nothing wrong with this until you start not doing things because you're afraid of judgment, or that you'll get made fun of for the way you think, or some things that you try. Things you do when you're younger definitely shapes who you are as a person and becomes like a huge part of your identity. But don't let other people's actions or judgments define who you are, or you'll delay figuring yourself out like when you're older. The last question I'll be answering is, what are my 2025 goals? You gotta relax, buddy. I feel like 2024 was the building blocks of starting everything from scratch, and there's a lot of learning and growth that happened. So 2025 is going to be continuing to build on that and improving, but hopefully scaling exponentially. That is my goal for 2025, whether it be in terms of helping people out with my content, providing entertainment or value, or with my fitness coaching, helping more people change their lives through fitness and their health journey. And another important goal of mine is to just make sure to still prioritize my girlfriend, build my relationship with her, and spend more time with friends, be more attentive to my family. Yeah, focus back on relationships too. And most importantly, as someone who gets sidetracked a lot, I want to make sure to stay in my own lane and then not lose focus. But with that all being said, this is going to be my last YouTube video for 2024. This year was a good one. I made a lot of progress towards my goals. I feel like there's huge milestones that I've always wanted to achieve in my life, and I made that happen. So I feel very satisfied with this year, and I hope you guys had a good year as well. And thank you so much if you watched one video or all my videos throughout this year. And with that being said, yeah, we're gonna close this year out. It's gonna be the last YouTube video for a little bit, but I will be back with something planned in mind. So I hope you welcome me back with open arms for 2025. Yeah, let's kick the new year off strong. And I wish everyone like happy holidays, spend time with family, loved ones. All right, peace.